Hey everyone, Steven from Straight Fire Picks. We got best bets for NFL Week 7, Sunday Night Football between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins on Sunday, October 23rd, 2022. We're going to have NFL player props, over-unders, money lines, spreads here for you today. We're going to have 3 picks that are great value bets for this Sunday Night Football game between the Steelers and the Dolphins. As always, just want to thank you all for your continued support here on the channel. If you're new to the channel here today, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Reminder here at the channel, guys, that we are partnered with Prize Picks, so be sure to use our code SFP for a 100% deposit match and your first deposit up to $100 on Prize Picks. You also use one of our links that we have down below in the comment section and description. Really is a great app, guys, to specialize in player props and things of that nature. You can put multiple picks into an entry to win a lot of money, and it really is a lot of fun to use. So I highly encourage you guys to check it out. Use our code SFP for that 100% deposit match, or one of our links that we have down below. Some free money, guys. We like to see it. Also, be sure to check out our community Discord page as well. Great place to connect with our community and to get new ideas for bets. We'll also have a link in the comment section and description for that. Be sure to also drop your favorite pick down below in the comment section. If you like your pick included in our comment capper section, just be sure to put a star or an asterisk next to your pick. And we'll include your pick in the video if it hits. Okay, now it's time for a shout out to our Straight Fire MVPs. So as always, guys, you see this beautiful list here running beside me of all of our Straight Fire MVPs. If you're interested in becoming a Straight Fire MVP, there's a join button down below. We'll also have a link in the comment section and the description. Really, it's just a great way to support the channel and what we do here at the channel. It's $3.99 per month. You get a badge next to your name, some custom emojis, roll color in the Discord, shout outs on our video, and access to our picks early. So if you guys are interested in getting some early lines and potentially getting some better lines, basically I post up the picks whenever I'm done with the research. I put that in the community tab for our Straight Fire MVP. So it's just another way of saying thank you and how much I appreciate you guys. So appreciate all of you guys here at the channel. I really do. Now let's dive into the results from the previous episodes. This is from Thursday Night Football. For our comment cappers, we had Anthony Moe calling the DeAndre Hopkins over 61.5 receiving yards. Was able to cash that. Great call out there from Anthony. For our stream results, we ended up going 1 and 2. Honestly, guys, the picks I honestly still felt pretty good about. Andy Dalton just wanted to give that game away. There's not a lot we could do about that. We had the Saints plus 2.5. And the Saints really looked good early on in this game. I thought the Saints were going to easily cover, win the game. They looked great early, and then Andy Dalton threw 2 back-to-back pick sixes. I mean, you just can't recover from that. That's just something you could do nothing about. And it was just, that was really sad. Really sad. And that kind of stuff, you honestly cannot predict that. You just can't. Dalton really hadn't been turnover prone like that until all of a sudden in the second quarter. He's like, oh, it's time. And he also threw a pick in the end zone too. So it's just, it was so frustrating, as it really was. We were able to catch the Alvin Kamara over 33.5 receiving yards though. Got that semi-easily. Got it a little bit later on in the game in the fourth quarter, but he was able to cash that. Missed on the Kyler Murray over 242.5 passing yards. Yeah, I mean, the Cardinals just got off to a big lead, and they just didn't really need him to be aggressive. So if the narrative stayed to form, I felt pretty good about it, right? Because the Saints were going to be leading that game. I still could have seen, Kamara getting those catches. But obviously, Murray would have had to throw the ball more. But unfortunately, it just didn't work out that way. But we're going to bounce back here today, guys. We're going to get this 3-0 sweep. So let's get right into our picks here for Sunday Night Football. At number 1, we were going with Tyreek Hill. Over 6.5 receptions here for the Miami Dolphins. Plus 102 odds here on FanDuel. So I like the plus value here on this play, guys. I think this is a pretty solid look. I do like his yards as well at 80.5. However, I think there's a little bit better value on his receptions. For one, you're getting a little bit better odds here. And he's also got better trends to the over with his receptions. So I do like seeing that. He has actually cashed this line in 5 out of 6 games so far this season, so we like to see that. We're getting Tua Tagovailoa back for this game, so that's very significant here for Miami. This is a great matchup here with the Steelers. The Steelers have really struggled this season. They've actually allowed the 5th most receptions to wide receivers on the season. They've also allowed the most yards and touchdowns to wide receivers as well. So they have not been doing very good on the back end. And I don't look for that to change here in this game with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle. And the receivers that the Dolphins had, just those two is enough. The amount of speed that the Dolphins have is just unreal with Mostert, Hill, and Waddle. I think Hill will have himself a big game here. Like I said, I do like his yardage as well. I don't really like his touchdown because he's only got 2 touchdowns in the year and only came in 1 game, and his touchdown prop is like -115. So I don't like the value really on that, even though I could see him getting in the end zone. I like his yards and his receptions. But like I said, the receptions I like better because we got slightly better trends and better odds, which I like to see that. And really, the Steelers give up everything. They give up a lot of receptions, they give up a lot of yards, and they give up a lot of touchdowns. So really, you can go with really any of those would be fine. But Tyreek Hill, guys, on the season, 65 targets, 50 catches in 6 games this year. So that's about 11 targets a game and over 8 catches a game. So obviously we like those. We like those looks. We got Tua finally back in the lineup as well, which definitely helps him out as well. Like I said, he's averaging over 80 catches a game. We got pretty solid weather here in Miami for Sunday Night Football. Weather's going to be in the upper 70s and clear, which I like to see that for a prop like this. So do like it there, guys, for our number 1 pick. We're going Tyreek Hill over 6.5 receptions here for the Miami Dolphins. Plus 102 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 2, we're going with the over 44.5 points here in the Steelers-Dolphins game at -110 odds here on FanDuel. So, guys, I'm expecting the Miami Dolphins offense here to get back on track, right? With Tua coming back into the lineup. Dolphins offense has been a little bit stagnant the last couple weeks. I just haven't been scoring nearly as much as they were early on in the season. Just scored 16 last week versus the Vikings, and then 17 versus the Jets the week before that. But obviously we didn't have Tua in there. And now with Tua, I feel very good that we can get back on track here with the Dolphins offense. And the Steelers offense, I honestly do like their offense with Kenny Pickett. I think that this is finally the opportunity for him to finally break out and put up some points. Played a couple of really tough defenses in his first couple starts, right? Played the Buffalo defense, and then he had to play last week the Buccaneers defense. So very difficult. Obviously went out of that game last week into concussion protocol. He is cleared, though, for this game. So, I mean, really a weird situation here, guys. Both these quarterbacks with, concussion situations here. But not really too worried about either of these defenses, guys. They are 22nd. Steelers are 22nd. Dolphins 27th in points allowed. These defenses have really struggled, especially lately. And like I said, the weather is ideal for scoring points here. High 70s and clear, which I like to see that. And both these teams give up big plays, which is really the part that really made me love the over. The Dolphins are 27th, Steelers are 20th in yards per play allowed, which means they give up a lot of big plays, a lot of quick scoring opportunities, which is great in a game like this. And really on both sides, you do have playmakers for both these teams, right? For Miami, obviously Tyreek Hill, Mostert, and Waddle. That's a lot of speed. I think 1 or 2 of those will definitely break out and get a long, touchdown run, either Tyreek Hill or Waddle. And on the other side, you got the Steelers wide receivers, who honestly are pretty solid if you got the right quarterback throwing the ball. George Pickens, Deontay Johnson, particularly obviously Pickens right now. I'll have more on him here in a minute. But then, Najee Harris, very capable running back. I think their offense will look a lot better than it's looked. I really do believe that. I think the Steelers offense will have a chance to have a nice game, which they haven't really had in a little bit. But I don't see their defense stopping, Mostert, Hill, or Waddle. The defense played pretty good versus the Bucs last week, but I don't see that happening down in Miami. Like I said, I just think this is set up for a lot of points. And I absolutely love the spot. I love Tua coming back. I love the weather. I love that we have all our speed options here. I think we're going to see some points in this game. So, do love it there for our number 2 pick. We're going with the over 44.5 points here in the Steelers-Dolphins game. -110 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and finally at number 3, we're going with George Pickens. Over 45.5 receiving yards here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. -114 odds here on FanDuel. So, guys, if you're just talking about Pickens, he really is starting to come into his own as a wide receiver here in the NFL. He's made some really fantastic catches. We've seen him in the highlight reel quite a bit. And really, he's been Kenny Pickett's favorite target so far since Kenny Pickett's taken over. Pickens has cashed this line in 2 of the last 3 weeks. He's been targeted 29 times in the last 4 weeks, which I love to see that for a line that's this low. And really, this is a great matchup also for Pickens. Dolphins allowing the 9th most passing yards in the NFL, and they're also allowing the 10th most receiving yards to wide receivers. So overall, this is a pretty solid matchup. I think Pickett can take advantage of it here and hit this over pretty easily. Like I said, he has really been the favorite target here of Kenny Pickett. I think he'll have a chance to continue that. And, with Pickett here coming back, Pickett finally getting a little bit of a softer defense here. Like I said, the first 2 games for him were rough. You're playing 2 of the top defenses in the NFL. He did not have it easy. So I really think he's going to look good in this game. I really do. I think he'll have a nice game, and Pickens will have a nice game as well. The game narrative here, for the Steelers, they're 7.5-point road underdogs, which means they'll probably be playing from behind at points in this game, which will definitely force them to throw the football. So, look for Pickens here to have a lot of opportunities to get some yards here down the field. And obviously, if this gets late into the game and we have it cashed, obviously a lot of opportunities open up there with the defense dropping in the prevent defense. So, honestly, I think Pickens really isn't going to have too much trouble. I think he easily cashes this line. This would be a nice lateral look for him to, get 50, 60, 75 yards, maybe even 100. He did go over 100 in one of his recent games. So I think he's very capable, guys. Love it there for our number 3 pick. We're going George Pickens, over 45.5 receiving yards here for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Minus 114 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, guys, that's going to do it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, please be sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 7,000 subscribers. Guys, I normally would have our Oddsjam section here where I show you guys all the lines. I still am checking that for all my lines, just so you guys know. So if you guys are interested in checking out Oddsjam, you can check it out on a free basis using our link down below for 7 days. Really is a great way to check your lines. They have a bet tracker in there. They have different various resources for your everyday sports bettor that are just really great. Honestly, that I use on a daily basis. Highly recommend you just checking it out. Like I said, you can check it out for free, create an account, see if you like it. But if you guys need a reference point, you guys can look at one of our older videos. That'll show you kind of what I was doing on Oddsjam to find lines and stuff like that. But that will be returning. This is more of just a time thing why I didn't have it in there today. So appreciate you guys though. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you all for the support. Honestly, it's been a tough week for me betting. Looking to get back on track here in Week 7 in the NFL. We actually went 5-2 last Sunday, but since Sunday, we've had a really rough time. Monday Night Football and the NBA. It's been kind of tough lately. So, really hoping we can bounce back. And I feel really good about these picks and the picks that we have for Sunday. So, really looking forward to it. We have 8 picks altogether for Sunday. So, if you guys didn't check out our Sunday afternoon football video as well, I also have that tagged here at the end of this video. Other than that, guys, that's going to do it for me. Check out all of our links. Follow us on Twitter. I've been posting some NBA plays up on Twitter and in our community tab. While we're not having NBA videos, on the weekend, we run our NBA videos Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We are still posting plays in the community tab, which are our official plays for us. So be sure to check those out. They got a full breakdown of why I like them. Basically the same as I would in a video, just not a video. But appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will catch you all next time. Peace out.